the back breaker. We're not going to break your back, but we're going to try to make it a work of art. Some great lifts in this one. Lat pull downs, pull-ups, lots of rows. Really going to try to sculpt those lats, build some overall thickness, so the next time you go to that backyard barbecue, you can do a Hulk move and rip your shirt off. Hey guys, thanks for tuning in. We got another great workout for you here in the Ript 90 series. So let's go ahead and slowly ease into that jog, bringing those heart rates up. Going to get that core temperature nice and warm. I'm your trainer, Jody Hendricks, and with me today I've got two special guests. I got my big guys today. I've got Ryan and Mark. They're going to be showing you how it's done. These guys are animals. Keep an eye on them. As you can tell, they've been working out for a long time, are in great shape, doing the principles that you will see throughout this series. They've gotten in the best shape of their life. Lots of muscle, lean. That's what we're all striving to get. So let's pick up that pace just a little bit. Just easing into our warm-up. Let's bring those knees up just a little bit. As always, our warm-ups are pretty quick. If you want a little bit more, you can always go through it again. Or come into the warm-up having done a few sit-ups or something like that, just to get that core up. All right, last few seconds here. Let's take those knees up nice and high. All right, good job. Now we'll go down into a push-up, into a downward dog. So on your mats, hold that plank position. All right, let's take it down and then up into a down dog. And hold it here. Stretch out those calves, those hamstrings, and let's take it back down. Nice and easy, good form, and back up. Let's hold it here, and one at a time, drop those heels down to the mat. Get those legs nice and warm. One more each side. And let's take it back down and up. Drive that rear end up towards the sky, keeping that back nice and flat. Heels down to the mat. And back down. Last one. Take it up nice and high. Stretch it out. Should feel that stretch in the back. Keeping those arms nice and above the head. Let's take it back to our feet. We'll do some squats. Remember, on these squats, we'll start out nice and slow, taking it nice and deep. Try to keep that weight focused on those heels and keeping that body upright. If you notice, I try to keep my body nice and upright. Let's get 5 more. Last 2. 1 more. All right, and back to our run. Nice and easy. Shake out those arms a little bit. As you can tell, Mr. Push-Up Bar is front and center today. Push-up bar, pull-up bar. Gonna do a lot of pull-ups today. Got over 70. If you're achieving the full rep counts, you can always scale. And this is a tough workout. So you can start out with a 3 or 4 rep count, whatever you're comfortable with. Let's take those knees up, guys. Hopefully that breathing rate is coming up. Bringing that heart rate up. Keep it going. You guys ready to show them how it's done? Right on. Okay, last few seconds. Take those knees up. All right. Shake it out. One more time, back to the mat for our push-ups. This time we're going to do 3 push-ups into a down dog. So 1 and up, 2, 3. Stretch it out. Hold it here. Nice, good stretch. Back down for 3. And back up. Nice. You can alternate legs if you want to get a little bit deeper stretch. And let's take it down for 3. Back up. Try to keep that back nice and flat. That rear end, drive that rear end up towards the sky. Last one for 3. And back up. Legs should start to be warming up a little bit. But if they're not, let's take it back to our feet. One last set of squats. Take it down. Always try to get full hip extension when you come up. Complete that rep. And then down and deep. Want to be taking those hips below parallel. Really increasing that range of motion. Generating a lot of flexibility in that midsection. All right, let's get 5 more. Last 2. Good job. All right, shake it out a little bit. Go ahead and get a drink of water. If you start to sweat, tire yourself off. You're gonna need some grip. Got the pull-ups coming. All right, today, Ryan's gonna be doing pull-ups. Mark is gonna be doing a scaled version. I'm gonna be in the middle dying, so pick and choose who you wanna emulate. But what we're gonna do is 3 sets of 8, 8 wide grip, 8 regular grip, 8 inverted grip, close grip. Do that 3 times through. Choose a rep that's comfortable with. It's 2 or 3, and stick with it. We ready, guys? Let's do it. First set, 8 wide grip. Take it up. Last one. Good job. Woo! We're gonna go fast, but you wanna take a little break. You gotta shake it out. Let your body recuperate a little bit. We got a lot of these, so breaks are key. You need to hit the pause button, hit pause to get a drink, towel off your hands, whatever you need to do. Gonna go a little closer grip this time. Palms still away from us. For 8 more. Let's do it. All right, shake it out. Good work, guys. This one, some people actually call this a chin up. Inverted grip, close grip. Working more on the center of our back, working our biceps. We'll get with Ryan on this one, show you guys how it's done. If you got a nice close grip, palms facing you, let's take it up for 8. See how he's really elongating that bicep on the way down? Really working that center of the back. Come on, buddy, 2 more. You got it. Notice how strict his form is. Good job, man. I mean, he has very little kip. He's really using those big muscles to drive that body up on the bar, slowly letting it down for a negative. So that's 1 time through. Shake it out. Get a drink. We got 2 more times. Good work, guys. You ready? Okay. Second time through. We got 8 wide grip, palms out. Let's go. If you need to drop, shake it, do it, and then catch up. Get your last 2. Guys, there's no wrong way to do these. Scaling the exercise, you have to do it. You've got to stay with what is comfortable with you and what your body can do. So remember that. There's no shame in dropping down, shaking it out, and getting back on that bar. Now we're going to do the medium grip, palms out. I'm going to show you our scaled version. Mark's dropping down to 1 knee. Let's take it down. There you go. Notice how strict his form is. Really using those lats to pull that rope down. Working on those biceps and triceps too. Good job, buddy. See how intense his core is right there? Great job. Working those shoulders. You got 2 more, buddy. Come on. Perfect form. Last one. Good job. That's awesome, man. Form is key. You might have to pull down a little bit harder. As you do your negative, let it out a little bit slower if that helps you get through that range of motion. These guys are strong, so it's real easy for them to maintain that perfect form. All right, last set of chin-ups. Close grip, palms facing you. Last set of 8. And take it up. Good work. Man, that really works on those biceps. Okay, we got one more time all the way through. So shake it out, get another drink of water, towel off. Make sure you're keeping those hands dry. You really need that grip. You guys got one more round left in you? All right, let's show them the wide grip. What do you think? All right. Notice his hands out nice and wide. He's actually on the knuckle of the bar. Helps with a little bit of grip. Okay, let's take it up. See, this is going to be focusing more on that outer part of that lat. That arm is really stretched out. This is how you get that wide back. Great job. You can definitely tell he's putting a lot of strain on those arms too. Good work. 2 more. Come on, buddy. You got it. He can kip a little bit if he needs to. Good work. Nice job. If you notice, he's re-gripping a little bit. Guys, I can't tell you how important it is to make sure that your hands are nice and dry. If you're in your garage or something like that, you've got an opportunity to use a little chalk. That's even better. You just make sure you don't want to come off that bar. Want to make sure that you don't get all blistered up or everything. Grip is really important. 2 more sets, guys. Moving to the narrower grip, palms out. We got 8 of them. Let's do it. I'm gonna get my last 3. Woo! Man, that is tough. One more set of 8. If you're trying to get your maximum number of reps, always make sure it's okay to drop. If you got to hit pause and take a little bit longer rest, that's okay too. I just can't stress how important scaling is. As you can tell, we're all struggling with this. This is a tough, tough workout. Last set, guys. We'll take a look at Mark on this one, where he's got his hands inverted, working on those biceps. Good job, buddy. Palms stay facing you at all times. As he brings that down, you notice he holds that. He's got that pinch right there. That's where he's really focusing on those trapezius muscles and that inner back. Good job, buddy. You couldn't draw this form up any better. Last one. Hold it and back up. Good job. Nice work, man. Whew. That's the way that's done. All right, get a little bit of a break here. Drink some water. So your back ought to be nice and cooked at this point. We call this the back breaker because we're not done. We're gonna break it down. So pull-ups work mostly your wider back, your lats. Now we're gonna do some rows. We're gonna focus on that inner back, get that width that so many more muscular people like to have. So you're gonna want a medium weight. Got a lot of reps coming up. So guys, if you're ready, go ahead and grab our weights. We got 10 reps of this. So you wanna focus your weight on your heels. Take your butt back nice and flat. for 10 of these. Keep that form nice and tight. Kind of pinch it at the top. Now I'm gonna turn sideways so you can see that back. I got 3 more, come on. Last one, and drop it down. Shake that out. Gonna go right back in and do it again. A little more explosive, focusing on those negatives, just kind of burning it out. Get you a little break. Wanna make sure that we're having an opportunity to recover, catch our breath, let those muscles recover a little bit. But we are going fast. Want to be respectful of your time. This is a fast workout. Want to get it done, but we also want to wear those muscles out. All right, guys, we ready? A little more explosive this time. Butt out, back nice and flat. Take it up. Nice negative. Take it up. Halfway there. Two more. Good job. Set those weights down out of the way. We're gonna come back to them. Shake it out. You always hear me talk about core. We do a lot of exercises. We pick them specifically because they help with your core. The next one is definitely one of those. So grab a little bit lighter weight. What we're gonna do here, set them on your pad there. This is a one-armed row. So we're gonna take it down into a plank position. We'll alternate, just like this. So we've got 10 reps total. So 5 on each arm. If you guys are ready, we'll take it down. Make sure you maintain a nice, firm plank. Take it up. Three more. Good job. Back on your feet. If you're using a band, it may take you a little bit longer because of the transition. We'll show that in just a second. Should feel that heart rate really singing right about now, and that's what we want. We want to create a metabolic engine that just tears that fat down. You should have trouble putting on weight if you're doing these right. These should really, really strip it off. You guys ready for round number 2? All right, back to the big weight. Remember, these first 10, gonna keep it nice and strict. Head looking straight ahead as you bend down, butt out, back nice and flat, take it up. Keep it going. Take a look at Ryan. Look how he's keeping those arms nice and steady. He'll save his explosive movement for the next set, but this one he's very strict, really focusing on those arms and back, pulling that weight up. You can see the strain he's putting on his bicep. One more, buddy, you got it. Good work. Weights down, shake it off. It does help. We're trying to really burn out that rowing mechanism. That's why we do them strict, and then we alternate to a little more explosive to help you get through those reps. All right, let's take a look at Mark on these modifiers. If you're traveling or something, you brought your band with you, fantastic. This is a great workout for a band. You can adjust the amount of resistance by your foot stance. If you want a little bit more resistance, you go a little bit wider grip. This guy can probably handle all this band can dish out. So he's got a nice wide foot stance and keeping that form super, super tight. Gonna narrow it up for the last couple of reps. Still maintaining that super strict form. Last 2. Great work. Nice. Now we'll stick with the modified version for the plank and the one-armed rows just to demonstrate it. It's a little bit tougher with the band. So we'll give Mark just a second to recover. Or maybe a couple of minutes, whatever he needs, man. So what you want to do is you want to maybe loop it up a little bit on the ground. Make sure you get the proper resistance. And keep in mind, this is more core specific and less back specific. So if you're on your arm doing your core, you're getting the brunt of this particular move. But Mark's going to toughen it up, and he's going to create a lot of resistance with this band. And you can always do on the 5 with one arm. That may be easier than the transition. So he finds his nice plank and then maintains that form. Notice how he's really driving that elbow up, really working that back, but he's got this perfect flat plank. All right. He's going to switch arms. Good job, buddy. Find that nice plank. May have to adjust your band a little bit. Say same exact form on this side as the last side. He's really driving that elbow up. Nice plank, keeping his butt up there. Good job. Good work. Last one. Almost like you're starting a lawnmower. You want to turn that body and really pull on that band. So that's a great exercise. Works the core and the back. So you guys ready for round number 3? All right. Back to the big weights. Nice and strict. Return sideways. Get a little bit better picture. Weight on those heels. Butt out. Back nice and flat, and take it up. Halfway there. Last 2. And weights down. Shake it off. Towel off if you need to. Get you a drink. We're almost done. I'm just kidding. We're not anywhere close to being done. All right. Actually, we're going to move into our explosive piece of this. I didn't know if you were getting ready for the... Yeah, that's all right. He's jumping the gun. He loves those. He wants to keep doing them. Guy can start a lawnmower like nobody's business. All right, back to our rows. It's okay to use a little more explosive motion on this. Just keep that negative. Halfway there. Good job, weights down. Shake it out. It's okay too if you have to set your weight down, take a break, pick them back up, or change weight midstream. Whatever you need to do to get through the exercise. Okay, moving back into our renegade rows. We ready, gents? Let's do it. On our faces, hands on your weights. Find that nice, firm plank position. Take it up. Last 2, last 1, and down. Shake it out. Come on, Mark. A little bit tougher with the band to keep that pace because you got to transition, keep that tension. Good job though, buddy. Get you a drink. We got 2 more times through that progression. Shake it out. Let's get to it. Back to the big weight. You can always have a different weight if you want to. If you're feeling spunky, increase the weight. If you need to, scale it back and take it down. I'm gonna stay the same. Take it down and up. Feel that pinch in that back. And as you drop those weights down, you'll feel those lats elongating. Last 2. Good job. Shake it out. Man, I don't know about you guys, but definitely got some sweat going. Trying to save some money in here by not keeping the air low enough for us boys. Woo! All right, we're almost done, guys, with this progression anyway. Let's take it back down. Remember, focus on your negative. Pull it up nice and firm. When you're ready. Stay with it. Halfway there. Last 3, come on. Last 1. Good job, weights down. Shake it out. Towel off if you need to. You can always skip a set if you need to. We're gonna hang with it, but if you need to sit out for one, catch your breath, let your back rehabilitate itself for just a few seconds, that's fine. Going back down to our plank, to our one-arm renegade rows. Ready, gents? Back down. Find your plank, get that core nice and tight, take it up. You'll feel that weight transition a little bit as you move from one dumbbell to the other. Last 2, come on. Good job, weights down. One more time through that progression. Almost done. We can see the light at the end of the tunnel. One of the things about working through these fast is the workout doesn't take as long. Yeah, you get nice and tired, that's the whole point. But we'll try to get through this thing as quickly as possible. All right, Mark, you ready? Let's see some strict rows. Weight on his heels. Kicking that butt out. Back nice and flat. Take it up. Good job. Notice how he's driving those elbows up. And he pinches it at the top and holds it. Really focusing on that inner back. And then as he lets those weights down, it's elongating that lat. Gonna get that width. That's so important. That gives you that V taper. Come on, 2 more, buddy. Good job. Nice work. Way to go. I know you guys are getting tired. Hang in there. We're almost done. We're way more than halfway through. Mark, you ready? All right, let's see some explosive with the band. Notice he's got the exact same form. Weight on his heels. Butt back. Driving those elbows up. Notice how he's driving that band up and then slowly letting it down. Getting that long stretch and that long range of motion. Come on, buddy, 2 more. You got it. Drive it up, down slow, drive it up. Perfect. Man, these guys are animals. When I grow up, I want to be just like y'all. All right, last set of this progression. 1 more set of the planked renegade rows. Let's go ahead and take it down and get them over with. Find your plank. Get set on your weights. Get comfortable. Get that core nice and tight. Take it up. Halfway through. Come on. Mark's switching over. Last 2. If you're on the band, keep going. Come on, Mark. Still keeping that form nice and tight after all that work. Good job, buddy. Nice work. Man. All right. Let's take a break. We're done with those. Hopefully that center part of your back is nice and smoked. Your arms should be toast. I mean, that's a lot of reps, guys. Great work. Gonna move into some flies. We're on the downhill slide of this workout. Make sure you're taking in lots of water. You should drink an entire bottle of water during the duration of this workout. At least, maybe more. No shame in hitting the pause button if you got to rehydrate. So do that as necessary. Water's so important to your overall nutrition, and you got to rehydrate because we're sweating in here. All right, guys, we got 3 sets of 10 flies. So we're going to do a little bit lighter weight. I'm going to go back to my trusty 15s. It's gonna be similar to your form on the rows, but instead of taking it back, we're gonna take it out nice and wide. It's gonna work your lats as well as your real delts. So same position, weight on your heels, butt back, back nice and flat. Take those weights out in front of you and let's take it out. Halfway there. You might have to kip up just a little bit on those and then pinch it and bring it back down. Last two. Good job. You'll really start to feel those right in the heart of your lats, but this is also going to work your traps and your rear delts. Great overall exercise. Plus, you're keeping that core nice and tight again because you're bent over, and you got to keep that tension on there to keep that form nice and tight. Great overall exercise. Let's take a look at it with the modifier. This is one that really translates really well to the band. Again, you can adjust the tension by your foot position, 1 foot, 2 foot, whatever you want to do. He gets in the right position and then takes it out. Keeping those hands nice and wide. I mean, you can really see the force he's putting on his back, especially down the center in those delts. Keep it going, buddy. Nice work. Come on, you got 3 more, Mark. Come on. Hunker down, man. Get it. Last one. Good job. Some of these workouts or some of the moves don't translate as well to the band. This is one that is absolutely awesome, man. You can really feel that tension as you bring those hands up nice and high. So we got one more set. All right, Ryan, let's see what you got, buddy. He's got a little heavier weight here. No surprise. All right, let's take it up. Notice how strict, look at his head position and his shoulder position. Stays almost 100% stationary as he's bringing those hands up. Perfect form. Really spreading those wings, taking those hands up and away from the body. Come on, buddy, you got 3 more. Come on. Nice job. Last one. Good work. Awesome. All right, our last back move. We're gonna do some lying pullovers. This one's a little bit tougher. I would go with a light weight to start out with until you get comfortable with the move. It's just you're gonna be moving the weight overhead, so you wanna make sure you've got a real firm grip on it and you're totally 100% in control of that weight. So find the weight that you wanna use. We'll move to our backs. Got a 10 rep count. So you can start with the weight behind your head, take it down, get a firm grip on that weight. Want your hands kind of interlocked, and let's take it up. Nice and slow, back down, and then back up. Notice I've got my rear end off the floor just a little bit because I'm keeping that core nice and tight, keeping some tension on those abdominals. But you will really start to feel this tug on those lats and that back as that weight gets closer to the floor. 3 more. Last 2. Last one. Good work. And barbell easy down and then away from your head. There you go. Sit up and stay on your butts. Keep your water close by if you need to get a drink. Let's see what this looks like. All right, Ryan. Got his hands safely around that weight. Starts out with the weight over his head. Take it down. Notice how he's keeping those arms almost perfectly straight. Really using them as a lever to put all that tension on his lats. And you can see how tight his core is. This is such a great exercise. Good job, buddy. Notice how slow and controlled his movement is. No safety issues here. This guy's an animal. Good work. As that weight starts to come back towards the floor, you can really feel it pulling in that back. Come on, buddy, 2 more. Last one. Great job. Nice work. All right, shake it out. Get you a drink. One more set of these, and we got a little burner surprise for you. If you've done this workout, you know what it is. All right, Mark, let's show them what the modifier is for our pull down, pull over. He's got the band up high. You can do that over a door if it's safe. Put an eye screw in your ceiling, whatever you need to do, on your knees, and he's taking that down to his belt buckle. Notice how straight and how firm he keeps his back. His head never moves. It's like a pro golfer when he's taking a swing. His head is absolutely still. He's putting all that tension on his arms and on his back. Such a great flexibility exercise too. As that starts to pull up, you're really elongating that back and that trunk. Keep it going, buddy. You got 2 more. Even though he's tired, his form never breaks. He's still just as solid as he can be. Great work, bud. Man, you're killing it. Good job. Nice work. Woo! All right. We are officially done with back, but we're not done with this workout. Just to kind of spice things up, we're going to finish up. You want to move your weights off your mat. We're going to get back down on our faces. If you've ever worked out in your life, I'm sure you've done push-ups. So find a rep count that is comfortable with you. We're going to do 100 quick push-ups to finish this workout. 5 sets of 20. No problem for these guys. It's a little bit of a problem for me. If you want to drop your rep count to 15 or 10, that's fine. But let's finish it up in style, shall we? We're going to do this nice and quick. So get in your plank. And let's take it down. Want to make sure you're locking out those elbows on the way up. Your hips should never touch the mat. Two more. And hold. Nice job. Move back to your knees. Shake it out. Whew. You guys did a great job today. Even if you weren't on all the rep counts, this is still a monster workout. You can tell we're sweating like a storm up in here. This is a good one. These guys are great athletes, and I know what challenged them. So if you can get through this, that in itself is a huge accomplishment. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for giving it your all. Only 80 more. Let's do it. Back to your plank. Let's take it down. Five more. Nice job. You may not be going exactly on pace as me or Ryan or Mark. Stay with your own pace. Even if you are doing 20, you may still be going. Find a pace that's comfortable for you. We like to knock it out because frankly we're tired. We want to get home. So we're 2/5 of the way through. For those of you that thought I was bad at math. That's 40 down, 60 to go. We ready, gents? Shake it out. These guys are always ready. That's what I like about them. All right, take it down. Keep it going. Take a little break if you need to. Finish it up. Nice. Woo! 40 more. Shake it out. Stand up if you need to. I'm going to get a little drink. Maybe towel off just a little bit. This is a calculated delay is what this is. These guys are chomping at the bit and ready to go. All right, Ryan. Find that plank. Watch this guy's form. Absolutely perfect whenever you're ready. Notice his full lockout at the top. He actually pauses just to make sure that he's really got that lockout. Keeping his butt up nice and high so that only his chest is touching the ground. Takes a little break, shakes it out. Good job, buddy. Come on. Believe me, the better your form is, the tougher it gets. You got 5 more. You got this. 5, 4. Come on. Last one. Nice. Really, it is. The tougher your form is, the tougher, or the tighter your form is, the tougher this exercise is. His form is really, really tight and really rigid. So he is focusing on those muscle groups that this exercise calls upon, which is your triceps and your chest. So great job. All right, Mark. This guy's no slouch either, although he's going to show you a quick modifier for a couple of reps here. Whenever you're ready, take it down to his knees. A couple of ways you can modify this exercise. You can do what he's doing, but notice his form is still tight. His butt's still up nice and high. Only thing touching the ground is his chest, and he's locking out at the top. The other way you can modify this is in your rep count. You can do 5, rest, do 5 more, and then rest more, whatever you want to do. But hang with it. Nice job. Halfway there, buddy. Shake it off. Notice that the integrity of his form never wavers. Stops at the top to lock out those triceps, takes it down. As he goes down, he almost stops a little bit just to put that extra tension on that chest. Come on, buddy. Last 3. Come on, 2 and 1. Nice work. Great work, guys. They're such great workout partners. Thanks for tuning in today. We really appreciate it. Hope you got a great workout. We'll see you next time.